We thank Ahuja ji for his excellent deliberation, and virtually he covered all the points that related to dimmed income. Ahuja ji has given a very strong message. Instead of delving upon on the technical matter, I would like to only delve upon that. The message is, please, 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 read your subject. Be ready. Read your subject. Don't represent your client without reading your subject. He has a sarcastically, not in fun, but in a very serious manner, from his face you could make out, and you all clapped also, that he is having a fun. He was not appreciating the chartered accountants, that the way we are handling the situations. We need to be very, very, very serious. Need to read the subject. The time has come. And from every platform I tell and give the message, we need to build the capacity of the firm, capacity of the individual. And then definitely time will come. Yes, we are the only profession who think good about the client. The other profession which he talked about, they always think negative about the client. The advocate, for that matter, our finance minister, he thinks if some lafda is there with the client, he will come to me, otherwise not. The doctor, he thinks that if something wrong happens in his family, he will come to me. Only the chartered accountant thinks if the client prosper, we will prosper. That is the positive side on our part. But the other part also, which I in the inaugural session, when I spoke about what the Prime Minister has said, excellent, ethics, integrity, and then independence. And then, yes, definitely on a continuous basis, if we keep on upgrading ourselves, it is true. The number of times you read, you will have a new interpretation. Then otherwise, probably Girish Ahuja has spoken at 2,000 times, at 2,000 platforms, because he has read maybe 100 times the same topic. The more you read, the more you are confident, the more it is clarity is there to all of us. So friends, again, thanks to Ahuja ji for sparing his valuable time in spite of the issues and the problems which he is having at his personal level. But then I would like all of you to again, from my side, have him a great thanks by way of clapping. And now over to Rajesh for the necessary formality.
Thank you.
But one point I would again like to convey him. He talked that don't talk about the direct tax code, because you have to, the numbering will be changed. Friends, that has now become our habit. Company Act, we are already accustomed and we have read. Now the accounting standard, we know even the existing accounting standard are going to be changed, maybe notified next year. So everything, all para will be changed, numbering will also change. The number 2 which you call, it may become number 5 also.
Thank you, Sudhir ji. The first time when I met Dr. Ahuja on the dais, then he asked what is my topic. So I was a bit startled. But for the moment, I think I forgot that I am speaking to Sachin Tendulkar of Income Tax Lodge. And today he has just scored a triple century. Sir, जी नहीं भरा, और उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आपसे regular interactions में Vipka, you have never said no, and in spite of your very busy schedule, you have always delivered and honored. We are, sir, respected ladies and gentlemen, it is always a privilege to offer a vote of thanks. And today I have the honor to offer a vote of thanks 2 times, because Mr. Ahuja has to leave a little early. And again, I have to offer the vote of thanks for CA Jain, Mr. CA Jain. Anyway, sir, thank you very much. And I request this house to give a thunderous applause in the honor of Dr. Ahuja. And in his honor, may I request CA Neeraj Agarwal, he is not there, to offer a flower bouquet, memento, sorry. Thank you, Neeraj. Over to Subodh ji.
Friends, we are not breaking the session. I'll request all the organizers, only one or two organizers to take this liberty to go out with Ahuja ji, and I'll request all the audience and delegates, learned delegates, to be seated if possible. We are going to start our second topic of this session, which is on real estate transaction. Friends, this topic is basically indirect tax, and we know that GST nobody knows what will happen. Even the Prime Minister does not know. For that matter, maybe God only knows what will happen to GST, whether it will see the light of the day in from 2016 or no. That nobody knows. The topic given to Bimal Ji is about the real estate transactions. Bimal Ji has spoken in Calcutta on a different platform on this particular topic, and he has spoken excellent. And one session where I was chairing, Bimal Ji spoke on the same topic. So, friends, and we know that all of us has many issues. Still, even after hearing so many times, the new issues are cropping up. This time, I will not allow any question directly from the audience. I mean, this is only for sake of the managing the audience. I will again reiterate and request that if you have any questions that come up when you listen to the learned speaker, please jot down in a piece of paper, send it to me. Otherwise, we are not going to allow the question answer from the audience. So, without delving upon much of the time, because time left is very less, may I request Bimal Ji to please take the dais.
Sri Subodhji, past President ICAI, my friend Dilip Ji, Rajesh Ji, distinguished members, ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
First I say good morning, received no response, then someone picking up and saying good afternoon. My pointer would be, unless the morning is there, afternoon will not come.
That's true.
What we are talking about? When I'm saying good morning, we are silent and talking about good afternoon. Believe me, that is the stage of our profession today. We won't achieve too many things without doing anything. We want to target our career. I know when new chartered accountant passing out, he has ambition, too much of ambition, and should be there. Why I will only look at Guruji as Sachin Tendulkar. I look at myself as Sachin Tendulkar also. And I want each one of us should be Sachin Tendulkar. But how it is possible? How we can do that? What are the options available before us? So I'm just starting my presentation with certain theme. Why you need to look at indirect tax? You are satisfied with your direct tax, accounts, audit, thodi bahut jama kharchi. Why indirect tax? I'm going to give you the numbers, some numbers, and these numbers are self-explanatory why we need to do indirect tax. Today, our Honorable Finance Minister is saying, if GST coming in the country, our GDP growth will increase by 2% incremental. Can we think of how this 2% will come? And where from this 2% will come? And how we are being benefited? We chartered accountant are going to be benefited by this 2% incremental GDP growth. See, I'm traveling across India, and I'm talking to so many chartered accountants. I could see young faces, those who are qualified chartered accountant, fresh chartered accountant, 1 or 2 years experience. Now they are thinking about GST. And even I find middle age, senior age, why we should do GST? And can I do that? My first answer to all of you would be, if you have not handled Excise Act 1944, if you have not handled the VAT provision of West Bengal, and if you have not done the service tax at all, then this is the right time you should transform yourself, diversify yourself. Because you are going to have one new act, which is GST Act. So term manufacturing will not be there. Term sale of goods will not be there. rendering of service will not be there. What would be there? Supply of goods and services, chargeable to GST. So believe me, this is an opportunity, big opportunity. Let me tell you, the theme is being given meeting challenges, sharing solutions. I'm going to tell you one important thing, important for all of us here. Today we are filing 2 service tax return, half yearly return. Am I right? Only 2 return, and be interactive, enjoy. Don't look at technical provision. I will definitely touch upon construction industry, real estate, but let's enjoy. We are filing only 2 service tax return. Either we can be decentralized registered or we can centralized registered. How centralized registration possible? Provided I am having centralized accounting or invoicing system. Am I right? So let's think of what will happen in GST. Let's say you're doing stock audit in 30 states of India. I'm going to give you the opportunity now, which may be challenges, but opportunity for all of us here. GST is a destination-based consumption tax. Destination-based consumption tax. So wherever services are being consumed, that state will get the SGST component of GST. So you're doing 30 stock audit across India. Today you may be registered in Kolkata because you got centralized accounting or invoicing system. What will happen in GST? You have to take 30 registration, 30 GS TIN number. So sitting in Kolkata, you have to look after Karnataka, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, everything, 30 registration. Now come to the return. How many return you have to file? I'm not saying government has come out with 4 draft paper only on GST business processes. Registration, payment, return and refund. I'm just picking up what they are talking about and what kind of GST would be. They are saying that there would be 8 GST return, 8. We have to file outward supplies return by 10th of next month. We have to file inward supplies return by 15th of next month. Then the consolidated return by 28th of next month. So these 3 for sure. And that too monthly. Then we got compounding dealer. We got non-resident foreign supplier. We got ISD. So ISD concept which is applicable today will also be applicable in GST scenario. Then we got tax deductor, means reverse charge or partial reverse charge. Then we got one annual return by 31st December of next financial year. So if you are service provider, let's assume your position. Today you are filing only 2 return. You are having office at Kolkata, doing 30 stock audit across India. First you have to take 30 registration. Now filing return, outward supplies, inward supplies, consolidated, maybe ISD or maybe tax deductor. 5 return per month multiplied by 12, 60 return. And one annual return, 61 return per GST number. And how many registration you are taking now? How many registrations, sir? 30. So 61 multiplied by, see, it may be challenges for some of us here. But this is a big opportunity coming to our way. What Guruji was saying, he was talking about deemed income. And within the deemed income, income was flowing, even though nobody want to give the gift. But indirect tax, they are not giving deemed. They are giving actual income. Please take before it is too late. Otherwise, your neighbor will take away. And who are our neighbor? So-called advocate. An honorable Supreme Court comes back and say, chartered accountant are not competent to argue a case where we are heading for and why we are listening such kind of statement. We have to go back and tell them we are a profession who are competent, having excellency and capability and at par with the lawyer and can prove better than that thou. Provided we are ready to start with. So I said GST is going to give you this particular opportunity. Now I'm asking this question to all of you once again. We do direct tax and indirect tax. You know how much is the direct tax collection for the country India? Any rough idea? It is 7,45,000 crore rupees. Direct tax collection. You know indirect tax collection? Any rough work? Under indirect tax, we got two umbrella. One is the central levy, one is the state levy. Under central, we got custom duty, we got excise duty, we got service tax. How much is the custom duty? 1.8 lakh crore. How much is the excise? 2 lakh crore rupees. And how much is the service tax collection for the country India? 2,20,000 crore rupees. 6 lakh crore coming from only central taxes. And how much is the total state collection across India? Any rough work? Any guesswork? No negative marking. Any guesswork? How much Honorable Finance Minister Arun Jaitley ji is getting state taxes? Any rough work? 8 lakh crore rupees. So 6 plus 8, 14 lakh crore rupees, comparing 7,45,000 crore rupees, still we can't see opportunity into indirect tax. And now these 14 lakh crore is going to be merged in a newly born baby, which is going to be GST, goods and services tax. We are all talking about this GST will come by April 1, 2010. Since then we are prolonging and we are not sure of by when it will come. Whether it is coming on April 1, 2016. Answer is no. Of course it is not coming on April 1, 2016. Even though this 122 Constitution Amendment Bill is passed in Rajya Sabha. Because then it needs to be ratified by at least 50% state. Then the draft GST law need to be approved by GST Council and by all the state. It will take time. Maybe 1st October 2016. But do we have started looking into the provision which is benefiting me, which may be meeting challenges? But if I am prepared, and you might not be knowing, I do not know Calcutta position, but I know in Delhi, these big four are selling GST as a hot cake. And they're charging 2 crore, 5 crore, 10 crore rupees only for training the foreign MNC for GST preparedness. Only for preparedness of GST. But being a chartered accountant at Kolkata, am I really geared up to take this opportunity? This is the big question. And why I started by this, I said I'm not giving you deemed income. I'm giving you the real income. Have power, grasp it. If no power, we'll continue to listen. And I'm recalling one important thing. Who get the bread and butter? Who try for it? Otherwise, we all are talking. So if I'm sounding good morning and no response coming, meaning thereby we are not yet ready for the afternoon. We have to be ready for the morning, then only afternoon will follow. That is the natural reality. But nevertheless, come back to the topic which is given to me. I know Calcutta has got construction sector, real estate sector. Major work coming from construction sector, a number of queries. And today, I'm going to tell you how the pricing, you need to quote your professional fees to your client. Today, if you got one client and he's coming only for ITR filing, he expects us that I'm master. He would be asking company law matter. He would be asking income tax matter. He would be asking indirect tax, service tax, excise, VAT, everything. And for all we say, मैं हूं ना, जो गुरुजी कह के गए. Please start say no. If you go to a doctor, be it Fortis, Max, anywhere, they are specialized and they charge money. The physical health checkup start with 3,000 rupees, but you never know कैसे start होता है. आप इन किए, आपकी धड़कन थोड़ी तेज है. Doctor will say something wrong, ECG करना पड़ेगा. उसने ECG कहा और तेज हो गई. जैसे ECG किया BP भी हाई हो गया. वाइफ आपके साथ है. मैं कहती हूं ना ज्यादा मत खाया करो. नॉनवेज बहुत खाते हो, ड्रिंक बहुत करते हो, कोहनी लगना चालू. तब तक डॉक्टर के पास पहुंचे, मेन डॉक्टर के पास. एडवाइस, सर सम प्रॉब्लम विद द स्टमक, समथिंग नीड टू बी चेक्ड, थॉरली नीड टू बी चेक्ड. Sir, please, whatever you want to do, because that is a matter of life concern. And that story start with 3,000 and end up with how many zeros? We all know about it. But be chartered accountants so honest, but honest to client, but not honest to ourselves. That is the reason at all time we say, "Main hu na." Please, if you don't know, please say, "I don't know about it." There is no harm in saying no, because that will give you the better price. I don't do income tax. I don't sign any balance sheet. I don't do any internal audit, statutory audit, bank audit. Still earning a lot. Only doing indirect tax. So I'm saying that it is not like that. Money is not coming. Money will come provided you can prove you are master of the subject matter. Money will not come with a jugaad. Jugaad will have its own price. Rickshaw wale ka 10 rupees ka bhada. If you have auto, 30 rupees. If you have taxi, 100 rupees. If you have flight, price change as per the structure. So I'm only giving a message. Get set prepared and see what I can deliver within 45 or 50 minutes, which is given to me with the limitations. When Guruji finished up, I saw some of the seat got vacant. Reason was quite obvious. Indirect tax में कुछ करना भी है क्या? सर्विस टैक्स ही तो करते हैं, और क्या रखा है indirect tax में? Today, I see number of young faces and they come to me. They're young chartered accountant. They always say, "Sir, something different I want to do." Ambition, too ambitious. Or challenges are there. If 3 chartered accountant in one building, 3rd floor ka chartered accountant, I used to say, you are filing ITR charging 10,000 rupees. The kind of competition we do. If 2nd floor ka chartered accountant comes to know, भैया किस लिए आए थे? ITR फाइल करने के लिए. वो बहुत बुलाता है आपको. कितने चार्ज करता है? 10,000. ओहो सर मैं 5,000 में करूंगा. और ऑल इंडिया पोजीशन है. 1st फ्लोर उसने देख लिया, वो बुला लेगा, सर किस लिए आए थे? ITR फाइल करने. कितने चार्ज करता है? 5,000. सर क्या कर रहे हो आप अपने आप को? सर 2,000 रुपए. और ग्राउंड फ्लोर का चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट जस्ट पास हुआ है, टेबल चेयर अगरबत्ती धूपबत्ती के साथ. सर क्या करते हैं आप? इस साल FOC अगले साल से दीजिएगा. That is the way competition going on, and we are cutting our own hands and legs. We are cutting our own price. We don't know how to price it. When Amitabh Bachchan today come for the promo, I never thought of. He never used to come for promo. For Don, Mukaddar Ka Sikandar and other films. Now today he comes for promo. Why he comes? Today's demand is he has to come and market according to the market need. And that is what we have to do. We have to market our product and services. Then the pricing will follow. So we have to change our approach towards our profession. Be disciplined and say whatever you want. Price will follow you. Don't follow the price. You take yourself up, price will follow you. And that's what I've seen in my career. I'm giving my message to all of you only. So now coming back to the topic, construction and real estate. When I start construction, there are important services, renting of immovable property, commercial or industrial construction services, construction of residential complex services, and works contract services. Let's start with the renting first. Renting came from 1st June 2007, got disputed on 18/4/2009. See, 2 साल के अंदर ही dispute. Delhi High Court, in the case of home retail solution. Renting per se is not service, service tax, not applicable. What happened? Budget 2010. Retrospective amendment from the back date, and they have included renting word within the taxable definition, and service tax applicable on renting of immovable property. Then budget 2012, 20th May 2012. They brought provision in case you have not paid service tax on renting of immovable property, you pay along with interest within 6 months. 20th May से लेके 20th November तक. Then penalty will not be leviable under section 80 subsection 2. I am throwing this question to all of you. Whether this is the only section which can help, or your client is asking, you want to pay service tax on renting of immovable property along with interest, penalty नहीं लगनी चाहिए sir. कोई provision है आप जिसमें आप उसे advise कर सकते हैं? Can you advise that? There is one section 73 subsection 3. Even today, if you have not been issued a so-called notice and you want to pay the liability, not only renting of immovable property, any service tax liability or excise duty liability or custom